Hello students in HIT 154, Introduction to Disease Processes. I just want to take a few moments to give you a little orientation for the class, and I want to emphasize right at the beginning a new policy, and I have listed it on the syllabus, which I will open in just a moment, but you must participate in at least one meaningful class activity during the first week of class, or you will be administratively dropped from this class. This is a new policy to keep us in compliance with governmental and school requirements. This is not a policy I devised. I think it's a good one because if you participate soon and often, you will do much better in the class. So I am requiring that you do submit at least your response to the introductory forum before Friday at the end of the first week of class, Friday by 11:45 p.m. Usually assignments are due late on Sunday. This week, though, you must participate during the first week. You must participate at least in the introductory forum. All right, speaking of, and I'll show you where that is here on our Moodle page. Here is the forum, introduce yourself. Note that you will be administratively dropped, as I said. All right, so here is at least part of our Moodle page. I have the first 3 weeks available to you, and I will be posting a study guide for the first exam, which comes at the end of week 3, by the end, well, pretty soon, by the end of this week likely, and I'm not sure when you're listening to this, but by the end of the first week of class. All right, here's the syllabus. Let me open this. I have it in 2 formats depending upon which you can open. I think I will go ahead and open the Word document. All right, notice that I have arranged it so that you can open it in a new window so you won't lose what you are looking at, and I need to move it over a bit so that you can see it better. You should be able to see most of it now. I have listed my office hours. This, of course, is an online class. I am teaching just one other class this term, so my major work days will be Monday and Wednesday. I make every attempt to return student questions within 24 to 48 hours of the dates that campus is open, and that's Monday through Friday. However, I will be sure to check email, and Moodle messaging is the quickest way to reach me on Mondays and Wednesdays. I actually do take a peek at messages and school emails other days. All right, so I want you to read this important document. This talks about no-show drops, as I mentioned. New policy, you will be, not may be, but will be administratively dropped. Please read the syllabus carefully. If you have any questions understanding it, please contact me. The best way to contact me is via Moodle messaging, as I've said several times before. We have a new textbook this year. I have not used this textbook before, but I like some of the new things that it includes. Here are some of the objectives. Here is an explanation of the class and the exams. Here's some information about the term paper. Note here other assignments. I will be assigning several other homework assignments throughout the term. I want to try some wiki case studies later in the term, so you will have a total of 3, let's say, quote, homework assignments. One of them is already listed during the first 3 weeks, and at least one of them will include a case study in which you will communicate with one another via the wiki system. I'll be explaining that later in the term. This is a small class, so I look forward to a lot of interaction between and among you. Here's the grading policy. The total points for this class, as I added them up, are 278 points. That should be pretty accurate. Regardless of the total number of points, here are the percentages for grading for the letter grades. And here's an important message about grades. Computer access is your responsibility. I have linked you to SHED, Student Help Desk, which is a great place to get help. Here's the course content week by week. Here is a student calendar of due dates. So please do, I suggest you copy this, and please take a look at this. If you have any questions about it, do contact me. I'm going to close the syllabus now and go back to some other things you will see. I pretty much have the pages set up the same every week with resources. So this is information that you refer to, with forums. News forum is for announcements. Here's the forum that is due by the end of the first week, and introduce yourself forum. Then during week 1, again, I have resources. Every week I have a PowerPoint for every chapter, narrated PowerPoints and non-narrated, so that they all contain the same information. I have quite a number of active links in the PowerPoints, and the best way to get the active link is in the original PowerPoint with the little P icon, but I have smaller versions as well. I have narrated the PowerPoints, as I mentioned, and put them on the page in several methods so that whichever one works for you. This is a QuickTime. This one is a YouTube format. This is a screencast. They are all the same. Okay, so I'm being a little type A for you so that you have every format, and you should be able to open at least one. The non-narrated will be good review. The narrated hopefully will help you. I am narrating them. Okay, so there are generally 2 PowerPoints, 2 chapters most weeks. I have included a number of other resources which you may find helpful, some overviews. I like the Khan Academy, some of their programs. You can look online for those as well. And then during the first week, I've also included a resource that I use in my Human Body Systems HO 152 class, which should provide a good review of genetics and not genetics, but bacteriology and infectious disease and immunology. You don't need to worry about the taxonomy. This may be useful to you. I've included some other short films about immunity and inflammation and so forth during the first week. Here's the other forum about complementary medicine, and 2 posts are due by Sunday. News forum again for general announcements. Student questions forum will appear each week as well, which is a place for you to communicate with me or other students to share information and so forth. Just for your information, and I will state that again later on, your exams, quizzes, will be open notes, and you will be timed on these, and this will be clearer to you later on. I will include this in the study guide, but they will be open notes. They will contain several short answer questions, and I'm fine with you copying and pasting the short answer questions from your own writing that you will do on the study guide. So you will have all the information ahead of time. There will be also objective questions. I will be including more objective questions like true and false, multiple choice, matching, than will be included on the quiz itself. So you will be very well prepared. If you prepare the study guide, you may have that with you for the exams. All right, I think I'll end this introduction now. The quickest way to reach me is by Moodle messaging. I do check my school email, but I will check my Moodle messaging from my students on our Moodle pages probably more often. So please do contact me if there are any questions. Contact me as soon as a question arises. I wish you a very successful term. I hope to as I said, be in contact with you frequently. I hope the resources that you need are here for you, and I am here for you as well. Have a very successful term, and I will chat with you again soon.